Thank you, everybody, for coming out to join us on what I consider some of the most exciting and probably one of the biggest highlights of our school year, and it's to recognize, celebrate, and elevate the amazing teachers we have in the great state of Arkansas. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Jacob Oliva, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as the Secretary of Education. And when we start thinking about why we are here today, it's pretty clear. It's because we have amazing teachers, we have amazing leaders, and we have amazing people that are doing phenomenal things for our students all across the state. But what's special about today is that we're recognizing 15 outstanding educators. Now, when you start putting that into perspective and thinking about how did you come up with 15, what makes this a little bit different, why is this a big deal? Well, there's about 35,000 teachers in the state of Arkansas, right? So when you start putting that into perspective and start dividing out those numbers, it's a really small percentage when you pull out 15. It's like 0.0004 or something like that. So if you're here representing your school in your district, we need to make sure you know that that's a big deal, and that is not by accident. So congratulations. I know we're also joined by family and guests. I see a lot of legislators that are coming out because this is really a representation of their community, a lot of school administrators. It's everybody working together to do outstanding things. And when we reflect back on our past school year and look at how we're improving students' scores and opportunities and creating pathways and empowering parents, it was a phenomenal year. And when you look at the impact of LEARNS that is gaining traction all across the state, we saw more students performing at or above grade level in every subject in every grade than we've had in the past 10 or 20 years. So it is definitely a testament to the great teachers and leaders that are working hard each and every single day. Each one of you that we're going to recognize in the top 15 are having a profound impact on your students' lives. I think every one of us in this room right now can think about a teacher that made a difference in their life. And I know for me, I wouldn't have been successful if I didn't have teachers that cared about me and actually inspired me to go into the profession that I think is the greatest profession of all professions. And then not only did teachers have a big deal in shaping who I became, and when I went in to become a teacher, I also got to work with great teachers that were mentors and helped me be successful and continue and journey in my career. Every single one of you are here because you are having that impact on students, and you are also having that impact on the other educators in your building by just being natural leaders. So congratulations and thank you. This morning's exciting. We're going to recognize the top 15 finalists and then have a very tough decision of naming the kind of 5 finalists that would soon become our state teacher of the year, which means that they will be an ambassador for education all across the state of Arkansas, which is a very tough decision. I can't give you a spoiler alert. They won't even tell me who the top 5 are. So as far as I know, it's every single one of you, and it's going to be fantastic. So without further ado, we have an esteemed guest and honor who's been gracious enough to invite us to the mansion and host this wonderful breakfast, and that is Governor Sanders. And when Governor Sanders ran for office, she made it very clear that she was going to be known as Education Governor, and improving performance or student opportunities and outcomes was going to be one of her number one priorities. And I think she is very much achieving that goal of making Arkansas known for being great in education, and it's because of her leadership. So without further ado, I'd like to call it Governor Sanders to the microphone.
Good morning. Oh, thank you. Good morning. It is wonderful to be here and so exciting to welcome each and every one of you and to celebrate some of the best and most amazing educators from across our state. It's also always fun to see what kind of shoes Jacob Oliva is going to wear. And so if you didn't get a chance to take note of those, I hope you will. I didn't see it until he stepped back from the podium, but he's doing a phenomenal job leading the Department of Education. And the reason Jacob, I think, does such a great job is because his heart has always been for students and for educators. He came up in that world. He didn't just show up to run the department. He spent years in the classroom as a school administrator and has worked in every level and every area of education, including being a parent. And I think it gives him unique perspective, and he's doing a phenomenal job. But one of the best things Jacob has done is he has hired really good people. And I like to say all the time that I have the best team of any governor in the country, and that extends into our agencies. And having good people that lead our agencies and hire really strong members of their team is what makes a difference. I say all the time that passing legislation is actually the easy part. Now, some of our legislators don't listen to that. I'm not saying it's easy, but it is the easy part. The implementation is the really hard piece of it. And if you don't have a good team at the Department of Education, if you don't have great teachers and leaders in our schools, then all the legislation we pass doesn't matter. And so you guys are really the ones who do the great work, who give Arkansas such an incredible story to tell. If I could take 1 second and ask all of the members of the Department of Education to stand and let us recognize you and thank you for your great work. Like I said, not only having a good team, but having great partners in the legislature makes a huge difference. We would not be able to get so many of the great things that are happening done in our state if we didn't have good people to work with in the legislature that have helped lead and really usher in a transformational shift in education in our state. And if I could have the members of the legislature please stand as well and be recognized. And I promise this whole set of remarks will not be making you stand and clap, but feel free to if you want to. I've been on the other side of a podium when no one cheered, so we will take all the excitement and applause at any point. But lastly, I want to recognize our 2025 Teacher of the Year, Jeannie Wilcoxon, who has spent the year traveling our state and visiting with students and educators, and who has done a phenomenal job. Thank you, Jeannie. We really appreciate your great work. You know, as governor, I have the opportunity to travel all over the state, and one of my favorite things to do is to go and visit schools. I learned very quickly, though, the elementary and middle schools are a little friendlier than the high schools. My hat is off to all the high school teachers. You have a heavy lift, and I'm learning that in real time as our oldest prepares to head off to high school here in the next week and a half. The teenage years are no joke, so thank you for what you're doing. But you know, it's interesting, when I go to all these different schools, the teachers and the administrators are usually pretty excited that the governor and our team is there. But sometimes, you know, the students, like I said, can be a little bit of a mixed bag. And so 2 years ago, I was at an elementary school in Fort Smith, and we were coming there and making a big announcement to all of the families and their kids. And after I finished speaking, I was walking around and visiting the classrooms, and a couple of the kids came up and we were taking pictures, and one of their teachers had told them that the governor was coming, but most of the kids really didn't care. They just knew that they weren't doing regular class instruction at that moment. One of the kids, I could hear them having a a conversation, turns to his classmate, and he is asking, they're having a conversation, who is this? And his classmate looks at him and he goes, I know her. She was on TV. The little boy looked up at me and he goes, you were on TV? And I said, yeah, sometimes they let me be on TV. And he goes, did you do the weather? You know, another time after I had moved back to Little Rock from DC and I had just started to run for governor, I hadn't quite been elected yet, and I went to one of my good friends who's a teacher's classroom, Lee Keener. She's actually the mansion administrator and serves on the State Board of Education. But before she was doing all that, she was a teacher here in Little Rock, and she asked me after I'd moved back from DC to come and read to her class. And Lee gets up and she's explaining I had worked at the White House and some of the things that I had been doing. They weren't impressed at all. They said, that's great, but are you actually one of Miss Lee's friends? I said yes, and that was all they cared about. Immediately, because I was friends with their teacher, I had credibility. Those stories remind me of something I talk about often and something as educators I know you experience on a regular basis, and that's that kids will keep you humble. I think it also shows that our youngest Arkansans have their priorities straight. They don't care about a big job title. They don't care what you do or who you know. They care about who shows up for them each and every day. And that's exactly why this event and why each of you are so incredibly important to our state and to these kids. This group is the best of the teachers who are showing up for our kids every single day. Reading through your applications, I saw that every one of you has an instance where you made a transformational, life-changing impact on one of your students' lives. There's a teacher whose class ran a school-wide book drive and collected almost 1,500 books for kids in their community. The class was awarded a popcorn party for their hard work, but the bigger prize was being able to walk in a parade in their town and hand out those books to kids who really needed them. There's the teacher who started her career planning to teach social studies, but found herself riding along with her principal to pick up a student from his home in the country to bring him in for state testing. She spent the entire drive encouraging him before his big exam. And later she was told by the principal, we need more special educators who care. So she went back to school, got a master's degree in special education, and has now taught it for 11 years. There's also the dyslexia interventionist who works with fifth graders reading below grade level. Early one year, a student asked her to tell his regular teacher that he couldn't read. During the class reading time, he would check out chapter books like the rest of his classmates, but then he would just hold the book, turn the pages, and pretend he could read like everyone else. She told him the goal wasn't to read hard books, it was to find books that he could read. So they went back to the basics, and for the very first time, he wasn't just holding a book, he was actually reading one. You are the teachers who don't just encourage our students to learn, but also set them up for a lifetime of success. That's why we hold events like today. It's why my first priority as governor was to focus on education and investing in our teachers. We raised starting teacher pay and made sure every single teacher in our state got a raise. We created student loan forgiveness programs and paid maternity leave for up to 12 weeks for every teacher. And it's why we announced just this year that because of the Merit Incentive Fund, over 12,000 educators have now received $50 million in bonuses since we created the program. And the good news is, it's working. Earlier this summer, we announced the results of the statewide Atlas exam. In just 2 years, scores have gone up by 20% in every grade for every subject we test for. That's 44,000 more kids learning at or above grade level. And I know that with more teachers like each of you in our classrooms, those numbers are only going to get higher. So thank you for joining us here this morning. More importantly, thank you for the work that you do every single day, helping us prepare and lead the next generation of young Arkansans. Teacher of the Year finalist is a big deal, and to be recognized by your peers and those you serve with is something that I hope you will understand how much we appreciate and how proud we are to celebrate you today. Mostly, I want to say from every Arkansas parent and from every person in our state, thank you for your dedication to our state's kids. It's now my honor to introduce this year's Teacher of the Year, Stephanie Williams. I had the chance to surprise Stephanie at her school in Benton last year, and I got to see firsthand just how much her students loved and adored her. And now she's going to share some of that same spirit, maybe dancing, I don't know, it was talked about at our table, with each of us, and we can't wait to see what you do to help shape students across the state as you step into this role. Thank you so much, and congratulations to each of you. Stephanie, please come up and be recognized.
Good morning. Oh, that was really good. As a teacher, I'm very proud of that. I am Stephanie Williams, and I'm the 2026 Arkansas Teacher of the Year. Today is all about celebrating the incredible way educators pour themselves into their students. In my years in the classroom, I've learned that teaching comes from sacrifice, tears, lots of laughter, deep joy, but most of all, community. I am also grateful for my personal village, the people who support my wild ideas, lift me up when doubt creeps in, and know exactly when to surprise me with that emergency stressed chocolate. Also very important. My husband, John Williams, and no, before you ask, he did not compose the theme song of Star Wars, though he is a rock star in his own right, has supported me through every new hobby, making music teacher resources, and every twist and turn of this profession. My kids, JD and Jet, inspire me every day to work hard, enjoy life, and to also love other children through hard days. To my parents, Tracy and Gary, thank you for teaching me to push through the challenges. My mom was an extraordinary special education teacher who truly inspired me to be the educator that I am today. And most importantly, I thank God every day for the blessing of this calling and for the chance to take my love of music and use it to love students. Thank you to my school in Mountain View Elementary and my principal, Lori Bacon, for supporting teachers and students in so many ways. Mountain View Elementary is my home, filled with colleagues who have pushed me, encouraged me, and cheered me on in my classroom ventures. And thank you, most importantly, to my students, who are such a blessing in my life. Thank you, Secretary Oliva, state board members, 2023 Arkansas Teacher of the Year, Capri Salam, 2025 Arkansas Teacher of the Year, Janine Wilcoxon, the Division of Elementary Secondary Education, the Department of Education. You all have welcomed me with open arms, and your passion for Arkansas educators is truly inspiring. And last but certainly not least, thank you, Governor Sanders, for your commitment to the teaching profession in this great state, and for all that you do and your team does for educators all across the state. Top 15 finalists. You have earned every bit of your spot in those seats today. Right now, if a little voice called imposter syndrome is whispering into your ear, I want you to tune it out. Take a moment to truly recognize the impact that you've had. I was sitting right over there last year, feeling a little bit like I did not belong. As names were called and bios were read, I was in absolute awe of everyone's accomplishments, but hear me when I say this, there is space for you in this room. You earned this, and this is your moment. Mark Twain once said, the two most important days of your life are the day that you were born and the day you find out why. In education, we are constantly told to remember our why, and while keeping our purpose clear is important, our why isn't the only thing that shapes us. What truly carries us through the highs and lows of teaching is not a why, but it's our who. The students who walk through the doors every morning are the ones who help us move, inspire, and to keep us going. My students know that I get a little wild and animated when I like to teach music. but they also know that I will pause everything to check on them and love them through a hard day. My subject is what I teach, but the students are who I love. I lost count long ago of how many emails that I've sent advocating for a child, or how many times I've sat in a hallway on the floor comforting a child. Both of us ended up teary-eyed, but with a brand new bond. We all have these students. The student who gets you out of bed in the morning, eager to see if they made it to class, and when they don't, you're on the phone checking on and how to help them. The student who brightens your day with sweet notes, paper clip and sticky glue sculptures, and the quirky desk trinkets that are full of inside jokes that really are prized possessions on your hard days. The student who stays after school for tutoring because you see their potential. The one where you resist giving them the answer, but guiding them until that light bulb finally turns on and you celebrate with an enthusiastic high five. To the student, despite a home life that is rough, shows up ready to try, supported by the quiet snack that you slip on their desk. The student who has exceptional learning needs that you've worked with since day one in the district, and you finally see them meet goal after goal because you've advocated and sought out resources that go above and beyond your job description. And the student who pushes every boundary because they haven't experienced a safe space yet, until you, your counselors, and your team build one for them. You catch tiny glimpses of hope until one day that small spark turns into a kid shining brightly alongside their friends. Our who shapes us. You are sitting in those seats today because of the way that you have shown up for your who. You are changing lives across Arkansas, and your impact is only growing. Thank you for your dedication, your heart, and the love that you pour into the state's children every single day. Congratulations to our top 15 finalists. So now it is my absolute honor to introduce to you the 2027 Arkansas Teacher of the Year Top 15 finalists. So what I'm going to ask is that all finalists, you're going to line up on this side of the wall in alphabetical order, and then I will have the privilege of introducing you to everybody. A 24 veteran educator, Tracy Ashley, currently teaches 8th grade U.S. history at Prairie Grove Junior High School. Representing Prairie Grove Junior High School, Tracy Ashley. Jocelyn Balagot currently teaches 8th grade Algebra 1 at Yerger Middle School, bringing a deep commitment to student-centered learning. Representing Yerger Middle School, Jocelyn Balagot. Britt Collum currently teaches AP World History and AP Comparative Government at Conway High School, where he works to build student leaders. Representing Conway High School, Britt Collum. A 16-year teaching veteran, Mickey Duvall currently teaches accelerated 8th grade Algebra 1 at Russellville Junior High School, where his students achieve outstanding proficiency. Representing Russellville Junior High School, Mickey Duvall. A 25-year veteran of the Clarksville School District, Charla Fultz currently serves as a district gifted and talented enrichment teacher while also providing elementary student interventions. Representing Clarksville School District, Charla Fultz. A 24-year teaching veteran, Amy Gramlich, currently serves as an 8th and 9th grade ESOL teacher and instructional facilitator at Bryant Junior High School. Representing Bryant Junior High School, Amy Gramlich. Erin Green currently teaches 8th and 9th grade physical science and biology in Benton School Districts, drawing on background in chemistry and biology. Representing Benton Junior High School, Erin Green. Holly Hightower currently serves as a 4th and 5th grade dyslexia interventionist at Lake Hamilton Intermediate School, using structured literacy instruction to strengthen reading. Representing Lake Hamilton Intermediate School, Holly Hightower. Regina Howard currently teaches high school networking and cybersecurity at the Metropolitan Career Technical Center in Little Rock School District. Representing Metropolitan Career Technical Center, Regina Howard. Monica McClelland currently teaches 10th grade reading, AP Literature, and dual credit education courses at Arkansas High School. Representing Arkansas High School, Monica McClelland. A 25-year veteran educator, Melissa Purifoy, currently teaches 6th grade honors math, science, and medical devices at Darby Middle School's Health Science Academy. Representing Darby Middle School, Melissa Purifoy. Lindsay Rankin serves as a self-contained K-5 special education teacher at Bernice Young Elementary School, working with students who have complex learning needs. Representing Bernice Young Elementary School, Lindsay Rankin. A 15-year veteran educator, Ashley Walton, currently teaches 1st grade at Northside Elementary School, where her joy and movement philosophy drives literacy proficiency. Representing Northside Elementary School, Ashley Walton. Since 2015, Ashley Washam has served as a life skills teacher at Maumelle Middle School, promoting growth and independence for students with complex needs. Representing Maumelle Middle School, Ashley Washam. A 12-year veteran, Katie Wilson, currently teaches kindergarten at the Jonesboro Kindergarten Center with Growth Across State Assessment. Representing Jonesboro Kindergarten Center, Katie Wilson. And now, it is time to name our 5 semifinalists. One of these teachers will be named the 2027 Arkansas Teacher of the Year this fall. A true cornerstone of his school and community, he has built a classroom grounded in high expectations, encouragement, and genuine care for student success, according to his superintendent. His principal highlights that he consistently goes above and beyond to ensure that every student has access to learning and support, instilling critical thinking, skills that students carry far beyond graduation. From offering early morning tutoring and mentoring future educators to uniting the town as a play-by-play voice of their athletics, his superintendent emphasizes that he reaches far beyond the walls of his classroom and leaves a lasting impact on the students and community he serves. His principal adds that he truly embodies the commitment, leadership, and heart of an exceptional educator. Representing Russellville Junior High School, Mickey Duvall. A true model of integrity for students and staff alike, She brings an unwavering dedication to academic excellence that equips her students for future STEM careers. Her principal highlights her instructional impact, noting that her intentional preparation results in an incredible 98% of her biology students scoring proficiency on the Atlas exam. Recognized by a fellow colleague as a master practitioner, an inspiring mentor, and an invaluable leader, she continuously pours into new teachers while shaping her school's vision. Her assistant superintendent adds that her unique ability to build meaningful relationships creates an environment where every child feels valued and capable of success. Representing Benton Junior High School, Erin Green. Described by a fellow teacher as passionate, innovative, student-centered, and deeply committed, she brings energy and hands-on learning to her classroom every day. Her principal notes that her ability to connect rigorous academic content to real-world application inspires students to achieve beyond what they thought possible. According to her assistant principal, witnessing her classroom is to see a master class in engagement. As she seamlessly balances rigorous instruction with the heart of a teacher. Beyond academics, she gives countless of her personal time to coach cheer and lead future healthcare professionals through competitions. Representing Darby Middle School, Melissa Purifoy. Described as an educator who leads with heart, passion, and an unwavering belief that all students can learn and succeed, she turns her classroom into a true family. Her assistant principal shares that she makes it a priority that her students are equipped for the world around them, while managing complex needs with grace and maintaining model, data-driven environment. According to a grateful parent, she embraced her nonverbal son in a way that communicated dignity and belonging, helping him thrive far beyond what was once thought possible. Her director emphasizes that she acts as a passionate advocate for meaningful inclusion, ensuring her students are not just accommodated, but fully valued throughout the school community. Representing Bernice Young Elementary School, Lindsay Rankin. Described by her principal as an educator who sees possibilities where others see barriers, she creates a classroom where learning is engaging, rigorous, and meaningful. Her instructional coach emphasizes her expertise in research-based strategies and differentiation, and her ability to see and nurture the unique strengths in each student. A parent says, she meets each child where they are and continues to provide a classroom environment that is structured, joyful, and full of learning. Her young student even weighed in, declaring her the best teacher in the universe. Representing Jonesboro Kindergarten Center, Katie Wilson. Congratulations once again to our 5 state semifinalists.